So we are looking at another session in our Facebook advertising implementation training. So we are looking at our avatar. What determines who we target is a good customer avatar. And in marketing, avatar is a little fictional character that helps us understand who our ideal customer is. And we can call that avatar personal buyer personnel or personal marketing personnel or customer profile. Is a representation of our ideal customer. Then the type of person you want to, want to purchase your product or service, you need to understand, have an image of such. Okay, so it's a detailed profile of the ideal customer, and we don't need to assume that, okay, my ideal customer is 50 years old. My ideal customer is like located in Algeria. My ideal customer wants this. No, do your research, okay, and you can focus on a singular person and look at the attributes, characteristics of that singular person, and understand who your avatar is, so that you can know how to craft your art copy, the type of image you need or the creative you need to appeal to that avatar. So our avatar is an essential part of our overall marketing strategy. A detailed profile of a single individual describing our target audience, a comprehensive outline based on our research and the data we got. Okay. Now, once you have a picture of our avatar, it will really help you to start to imagine that, oh, this is the type of person that we need my product or my services. And we need to also ask ourselves some questions. Who will you market your product to or services to? Who will buy your product and services? And as we're asking these questions, you are forming that image, looking at that image. These are the things that will help you in your research. Do you have buyers in the past? Have you made any sale? So if you have made any sale, ask yourself, this person that bought from me, that can be an insight to, reaching out to others. That can be an insight to the type of copy and creative that you can use. That can be an insight to the type of angle or hook you are going to use when you are doing your marketing plan or creating your campaign. What type of content will you create? Okay. Are you able to instantly target your ideal customer? Do you know what to say in your video, blog, infographics, courses, products? Where will you advertise your business or brand? You have to look at the social media. Where can you see them? Where can you meet your audience? Where is your ideal customer active? On what platform? How will you sell your products and services? Online, offline? Then how do you communicate with them? So, of a truth, no business owner knows their customer until they will start to do their research. And that's where we have our customer avatar. And what do you, what in that avatar, what are the contents? What are the things you need to note? We have the goals and their values, the name of the avatar, the age, gender, marital status, number of children, location, their pain points, their objectives and roles, okay, sources of information. Where did they get their information from? What are the sources of their information? We need to get that. So we can name our avatar. 5 steps to create your customer avatar. Just give a name so that you can have a pictorial view of the avatar. Then identify the goals and the values. What's the source of information? Where did they go to? Did they attend conferences? Did they where did they like, what's their interest? Like, what pages do they visit? What kind of videos do they watch? Okay, so their objections to the sale and their role in the purchase process. Like, sources of information would be books. What books do they read? You know, most of these avatar, our clients, they go for some equipment, some materials for what? For information. So the books they read. If you are into make money online or motivational niche, Good to Great, Think and Grow Rich, books they read. So you can search for all these books, you know, on Facebook platform, because your avatar read books like this. What kind of magazines do they read? So if you start looking at it, that depending on the products or the niche you find yourself, what kind of magazines, for every product or niche, there is always a magazine, a reference point. What kind of blogs do they visit? Maybe they want more information. What type of websites do they go to? Conferences they attend. Okay, if you are into like affiliate marketing, you know that for affiliate marketers, they attend conferences, they visit blogs that will address content marketing, email marketing, copywriting. They use tools like softwares like Aweber, Mailship. So you start thinking, all those softwares, who are the people that like those softwares? You go to your Facebook. Of course, it is under ad set level that we find our audience. Okay, so you go there and you start putting these books, you start looking for these books. Okay, people, this is what they like. These books or magazines or blogs or websites or conferences are the sources of information. Who are their mentors, their gurus? Who do they go to, okay, for advice, for information? Then other areas like spend time, or what other platforms do they go to? Their challenges and their pain. This will really help you to know how to craft. I want to also say this, that as you see ads, go to the comment section and look at what people are saying. That will help you to know, oh, this is my audience. Oh, this is my audience. Oh, this is my audience. These are their pain points, and that can really help you in your targeting. It's time for the research. So, what questions should you ask? Everything and anything, you need to ask questions. As you ask questions, you start to see informations that you can use that are peculiar to your avatar. For instance, who are the authority figures? For instance, you're looking, if it is cake or if it is handbag, you can say, okay, top or the best top 10 handbags in Nigeria. Top 10 handbags. You can just Google it. You can use Google or Amazon to do your research. And you go there, you type it there. Thought leaders. What brands? Handbag brands. Okay. Big brands in your niche. If it is cake making, big brands in cake making. Who are the experts in cake making? Top 10 cake makers in Nigeria, or top 10 cake bakers You can talk about what tools do they use in baking, in cake baking. You can go to Amazon and see different tools that they, what conferences, is there any event for cake baking industry in Nigeria or worldwide? Okay, what books do they read? If it is cake you are looking at, you want to sell, maybe you are into cake making and you want to sell cakes, you want to reach out to people, or you want to train people how to bake cake. So you can mention the product or your services, or are you a doctor, a dietitian, okay, an oculist? You can always ask this question. Okay, where do they go to for information? Where do they live? What tools do they use? What's specifically unique about this group? So you ask question, okay, and that is what will now be helping you. So like we are looking at, let's just take a case of cake. You can see this picture, cake, and once you see this picture, you can go to Google and just type cake and you see different image. If you want to use this image just to arouse your creativity, your thinking, that, oh, who are my customers, who are my ideal customers? Okay, as you see people that are making cake, who will need cake? Why will they need cake? For what? Okay, let's even assume that, oh, someone wants to learn how to make cake, okay, or maybe you want to buy cake. Who are the people that really buy cake for birthdays and all that? So all these questions will now start to put this as you ask questions, as you research, you can now go to Google Doc. I have a Gmail here. So if you go to this Google Apps, click on it, you scroll down, you will see Google Doc, click on it. So this Google Doc, you can use a plain blank, a blank page, and type, and all the questions you want to ask, and the results you put it there, because you are going to insert the results on the tool on Facebook. You can use your ad manager. Okay, that's where you have under your campaign, you have campaign, ad set, ad level. So it is the ad set level that we find our audiences. Okay, so you can use ad manager on Facebook. You can use audience insights. July 1st, Facebook removed the old audience insights and they replaced it with another one. Okay, so I want to believe probably they are trying to optimize. So let me quickly show you, like I've explained these tools before in our last training. Ad manager is where you go to for your campaign. If you want to start your campaign, your business settings will show you your business manager. Okay, the event manager is where you see your pixels. Okay. Account quality, you see the details of your accounts. If your account is having any issue, you will know. The quality of your accounts. If you have any issue, any policy issue, violation, it will be reflected there. Audiences, you need to create for every campaign. You will need to create audiences. Very, very important. And that is what we want to do. We'll go to the audience section and do our targeting. Then add account setting. That's where you look at the different accounts you have. And let's remember that if you want to fund your account, you go to your account settings. Okay, you see all your billings. If you look at the last lecture, I explained everything to details. You can go to billing. So we need to understand this platform so that you can actually manipulate your Facebook platform. So I've gone to the campaign. I went to ad manager. Then you should know how to. So at the campaign level, once you get to the campaign level, you see that it is already highlighted. So you can see that it is on. Okay, that means the ad is on. If I can decide to off it. Okay, once it is graded out, that means I've off it. But if it's like blue, it's in draft. Okay, if I can review and I can publish it. Once I do that, and Facebook will now start processing it and review it. Okay, they will do a temporary review. If it's case true, they will allow you to start to run. While it is running, they will still do their review. They will check your landing page. If your landing page complies with their rules and regulation. So if I want to off this, I can decide to off it delete it. Okay, at the campaign level, I'll just come to this icon here, delete. I want to delete this because I've been using it for demonstration. So I want to go to where I have my ad set. Okay, we have talked about campaign objectives. Okay, now for us to talk about campaign, our ad sets, our audiences, that should fall under campaign structure. Okay, the structure is your campaign, the ad set level, and the ad level. So for you to get your audience, it is at the what? Ad set level. So I want to choose an objective, traffic. Of course, we've treated this in the last class, that the essence of traffic, it is just to help you to send traffic to outside Facebook, to send traffic outside Facebook platform. You are directing traffic to your blog posts, your website, your store, anything outside Facebook platform. And it is a low intent of campaign objective. Okay, you may get some phantom sales, but it is not to sell. It is not for purchases. No. If you want to sell, it is conversion objective you will use. But traffic is to help you direct traffic. Traffic campaign objective is to help you direct traffic to your website, your store, and all that. So it's all about strategy. Once you know that that is what you want the traffic does, you start with conversion campaign. Yes, but what are you optimizing for? Maybe leads. Okay, not for sale, because you are addressing cold audience. So once you know the function of all these objectives, you can use different strategy to still achieve the same goal. If we have 2 or 3 advertisers, the 2 of us can achieve tangible goals, okay, using different strategies, provided we understand the function of each of the campaign objectives. So I will also say that let's ensure that we go through the last class, the last tutorial. Very important. Okay, so let's go to the next. You can go to continue. So you can see my cursor. We have the new campaign, we have the new ad set, we have the new ad. Why we have new is by default, we didn't name it. Of a truth, you need to name your campaign, your ad set, and your ad level. But we didn't name it, so automatically by default, Facebook put that new there. But that's not our focus. We want to look at targeting. So we go to new ad set, the ad set level. Okay, you can come here and do that. Let me go back. This is the campaign level. Choose your name. Okay, when you are done with this, you can click on next to move to the next level. Once you are in the next level, the level you find yourself is always in light blue. You can see that it's always in light blue. So you can move to the next level by clicking directly to the ad set, or you go to this button and click on next. So I like shortcut, click on this. So at the asset level, you give your name. Okay, since it is traffic objective, okay, remember what I told you, you are directing traffic outside your platform. You are directing traffic to your website, your blog, your store. So you select the website, okay? Then we come down to audience. This is the audience we have. You can use this audience, or you go to the audience we saw on the tools, okay? You can go to that audience. So when you get to this create new audience, we have this. Then we also have saved audience. Create new, you can come here and create new. Okay, under this create new, you can come to custom audience. You want to create custom audience, you want to create lookalike audience. Okay, so let's go down. We scroll down to where we have detailed targeting. Okay, so what you do here is to go to edit it. Now I explained a principle here. This principle is very, very important. We are coming here to do our research. We'll come back to this place. Now, let me explain. Facts to note. Demographic and behavior data are gotten from third company data source. Okay. You know, when you are doing targeting, your targeting can be interest-based, demographic-based, behavior-based. These are the three ways that you can do targeting on Facebook. Let me show you. Now, if you come here, if you click on browse, what do you see? Demographics, interest, and behavior. Okay, that means Facebook will help you to do your targeting for cold audience. I said in the last class that there are strategies, there are principles. If you want to target warm audience, come to this create new, come to custom audience. This is where you target your warm and hot audience. This is where you create your warm and hot audience, custom audience. But if this cold audience, you are launching a campaign and you have a product you want to, as irrespective of your niche, the first people on Facebook is what? The cold audience. Okay, so you come to detailed targeting for your cold audience. The only audience you can create under custom that is related to cold audience is lookalike. Okay, so first of all, you come to that detailed targeting, and under detailed targeting, we have suggestions and browse. How do you use the two of them? Let's assume that you have an interest to target. Maybe it is cake. If I type cake, my keyboard had issue. Okay, so cake making. So I want to use this. Cake baking or cake making. Okay. So let's go to our, okay, let's come here. Let's type it there. Oh, what's happening? Let's see if you have some information. Cake. Okay, no problems. Okay, you can see cake boss baking interest. For me, we have three ways Facebook does its targeting: demographic, behavior, or interest. For me, I do interest because look at it here. On Facebook, we have interest-based targeting and intent-based targeting, interest-based targeting for cold audience, intent-based market targeting, warm and hot. And this is where we now use re-engagement or and monetization. Let me explain. Interest-based targeting. When you run ads to cold audience, for the people that are interested in what your product or services, of course, you have to give them value, okay? And maybe are using lead magnets. They will take action. They will only take action when they are interested in that product by downloading, by visiting your web, your page, your website. They will take some level of action. You want them to take action, and that's why you can use conversion campaign, okay, as your objective, because you want them to take action. And the objective that can help you to achieve that goal, that will instruct Facebook algorithm that what you want is people that can take action. So what campaign objective will you use is what? Conversion campaign objective, okay? So when they do that, they show interest. Once they show interest, that means it is Facebook is what? Interest-based. What? Interest about what? If you look at page likes, because what we are seeing in that detailed targeting is a reflection of different Facebook pages, different Facebook comments, IG pages. It's a combination of what we have on Facebook, activities, actions, interest of people. And that is why when they take action, it is what? Based on their interest that Facebook what algorithm works. Then if you now go to your custom audience, okay, custom audience are the people that intentionally they downloaded, okay, they are the warm audience, intentionally. That's why it is intent-based. Intentionally, they visited your websites. Intentionally, they are no more cold audience. They are now warm audience. You are now retargeting them, probably to engage with them, or you just want to build relationship with them. So you can, depending on your strategy, you can retarget them. And that is why I put it there, re-engagement. Okay, you can retarget them. You can you can sell to them because they have shown what? Interest. They are one audience already. So it is intent-based targeting. So for intent-based targeting, it is still custom audience you will go to, because that's where you can now create different audiences, people that visited your website, people that added to carts, people that that purchased, people that probably they got to the add to carts, okay, they initiated checkout but they didn't buy. Okay, so you create different audiences. In fact, for your custom audience, before you start to do anything, you sit down, look at your customer journey or look at your funnel on your own landing page. What are the actions, possible actions that people can take? You write everything down, because you will now create audiences for these different categories of people that will take action. You write it down. It is based on what you want them to do that you now create audiences. For instance, people can get to your websites, okay, that's page view. They will see your page, but they will not take any action. You can retarget them. You can create an audience, okay, under custom audience. Since they are no more cold audience, they have left Facebook platform, they visited your page and they took some action, okay. Some people will add to cart. Some people will download your lead magnets, okay, and their leads. You can create audience for search. And once you create audience for search and you've gotten some data, okay, you can create lookalike. You can tell Facebook, I need more people like this, and everything will be under custom audience. So for interest-based targeting, you go to detailed targeting, and that's your cold audience. For warm and hot audience, you go to your custom audience, where you now look at different possible actions that are possible on your, likely actions possible on your landing page, on your store, different actions that you think people can take. You create audiences for each of those actions, okay? So this interest, as I have said, that you see on the detailed targeting platform, they are based on information from Facebook page, Facebook likes, the comment of people, okay, the way they share, IG page and all that. So interest-based targeting implemented from detailed targeting. Demographic targeting used in special circumstances. Okay, I don't recommend it, except for instance, you have local store. You have just one local store. You can use reach campaign objective, okay, to reach out to them. But if you have multiple local store, you will use store traffic to achieve your goal. Now, if it is store, of course, you have to target people within your environment. That is where demographic targeting comes in. Use in special circumstances. Behavior targeting, use in special circumstances too. You can, and I told you, fact to note, demographic and behavior data are gotten from third company data source. Third company data source. So when you are on Facebook, focus more on interest-based targeting and intent-based targeting. That means both cold and warm, and cold interest-based, warm and hot intent-based. The point I'm making is, for you to create your cold audience, you go to detailed targeting. I hope I'm making sense.
Yes, you are. You are making sense. So
okay, so let's go to what we have here. Now we're looking at cold audience. Okay, so like this cake boss, we have not done our research. I'm just trying to explain something. If you look at the size is what? Once you put your cursor on your interest, you have what is the size? 31,600. You can see that it is people interested in what? In cake boss caking. People who have expressed an interest in or like pages related to cake boss baking. That is what we are targeting. Okay, and for me, you can, your audience, because this is where we create different audiences. There is nobody that will say, if you are starting afraid, that I know the audience that will perform well. No, you have to test your audiences. Don't create one audience and say you are running campaign. No, you are not doing what you are expected to do, because that audience you just created, you don't know if they will appreciate, you don't know if they will perform well. Yes, you are doing interest-based, fine, but you want to give Facebook to do the work for you. So you create different audiences, between 3 to 5 audiences. You will test them. And that is why once you finish your research, okay, you will have enough audiences to test. That's the essence of the research we are doing. We are not creating one audience, no, because under the asset level, we are not, you can have one campaign, fine, but under that campaign, you have what? Ad set level. Under asset level, we have what? The ad level. So once you have a campaign, under one campaign, you can create as many assets as possible. Okay, so you can create between 3 to 5 audiences under your asset level. Then you test it. You run it for 3 to 5 days, okay, and see the performance. It is from there you look at your key performance, your KPIs. I will show you how to know those KPIs that are very important. That is what you are going to use to know the winning audience. The ones that are not performing, you shut them down. And I've shown you how you can shut down, okay? look at this. I can decide to shut it down. Once you click and it turns to green, you have shut it down. It's no more working. If I can turn it up again, okay? So you shut it down if you feel, this is not what I bargained for, okay? I'm not getting results from this. You shut it down. And the one that is meeting your goal according to the KPIs you see, then you continue with that. Okay, so that is it. So for cake making, we're not seeing anything there. So I'm just trying to still explain. Now you can see cake employers, no. Cake interest, fine. Cake decorator, job title, no. Cake band, cake maker, job title, no. I won't select that. Okay, so if what I'm searching, my interest, what I'm searching for, or my keyword rather, let me use keyword. What I'm searching for, I use my search, I select based on interest. So let's note that. Okay, if it's handbag, I will search and I will see handbag collecting, interest, fine. And ambo bag, interest, fine. Depending on what you want, okay? Handbags, interest, fine. So I can choose interest if I see that, okay, this is, so you can choose interest, not behavior, not demographic. No, I don't do that, okay? So what you do, once you have picked this, you enter, you select it, okay? Okay, sorry, let me handbag. I need to select from the list, the drop down list. Let me select one. I just want to show you something. Okay, let me select the first one. What's the audience size? Just put your cursor on it. You will see that it is 221,560. Okay, now audience size. Your Facebook algorithm needs information to work with. If your audience size is too low, Facebook algorithm will not learn, because there is always a learning phase for your Facebook algorithm. So as Facebook, we try and understand your okay, 1 minute please. Sorry, I'm back. Okay. Hello.
Hi. Hello.
Okay, fine.
This,
So
this,
now for
the
the
sound is
audience, we can now look at what we are targeting. Like, what should be your audience size? Because you can see here that for the handbag, if you are into e-commerce, okay, I selected handbag collecting interest. That's 212,560. That may not be enough, okay? Because if it's the audience size is too small, algorithm will not be able to work with it, because the algorithm for the first time is, looking at our product, the algorithm has a learning phase, time to learn, get information about your audience. And that's why we want it 3 to 5 days and see the performance. We allow some people will want ads today, tomorrow they want to start making money. It doesn't work that way. It does not, because the algorithm needs to learn. There is a learning phase for the algorithm. And if the data you are supplying is too little, the algorithm will not perform magic. So you give enough data. So you can select between 500 to like 2 or 3 million as your audience size. So when you are selecting your keywords and you score that you are getting between like 2 million, 3 million, you save that audience. You give it a name. That's audience one. You continue with your research and type in another keyword. Once you get between that like 2 million, 3 million, that's another audience. You will save it, and by you will save it specially so that when you are running 3 or 5 audiences, you see the one that is performing and the one that is not performing. The one that is not you, even when you kill, you still go back and see why is this one not performing, so that you can learn from it. Why is this one performing? You can learn from it. Okay, so that is what you will do, and that is why we do research, so that we can have enough audience to test. It is the people that will tell you that this is the right audience for you, not you. Okay, even when you are creating your creative and your copy, it is the people that will still tell you, because it is, if it is not performing, then you don't have, you have to kill it. Okay, so this is what we want to do. I hope you are getting the information, please. Okay, so let's go ahead. Let's go to research. So I've explained this. The next thing is to do research. So let's go to our Google Doc. For this product, the avatar, I'm choosing Kemi. Let me just use maybe, or Kate, or Pat. Let me use Pat as our avatar. Okay. Then we are our keywords that we are searching for. So what are the keywords? You can cake baking brands. Okay. So you can just pen down what you will use as your research keywords. So you can go to Google, you can go to Amazon, cake baking brands. You can, let's look at it. 10, 12 bakery companies leading the global bakery market in 2018. We have this guy. You can pick everything one by one, or you can just pick it and save it on your, you can come here. So you started your research, okay? You can just save it there. You go back again. What we want to do is that we put them down and see if we can find them in our ad manager. So that's why I said that this can take you up to 1, 2, 3 hours, depending on your niche, depending on your experience in that niche. Okay, if you are new to that niche, do a proper research so that you can get good results. You can use about, when you get about 30 keywords, you can now start going to your ad manager and start checking it one by one and see if you can find it on Facebook ad manager, okay, under the detailed targeting. Now, when you are searching, of course, it will always, let me go back. When you come here, it will always give you about 25 interests or results, about 25. If I type this guy now, okay, this is the keyword I selected. You can come to suggest. So suggest means that Facebook will help you to suggest keywords that are similar interests to what you have, what you are searching for. So you click on suggestion, you will see handbags. Okay, you can see for the handbag, you can see the size over 486 million. Very, very broad. Okay. Fashion accessories, bag, 30 million. So there are some of them, some of these interests that are very, very broad. Okay. So engage shopper, it is behavior. As I've said, I don't use behavior. Okay. Like people in e-commerce, I've seen so many videos and they use engage engage shoppers. They use like Facebook payments within 30 days, 90 days, page admin, small businesses owners. All these are behaviors based, targeting based on behaviors. Okay. So you can test it, but personally I don't use behavior and demographics, because if you come here, people who have clicked on the call to action button, shop now, in the past week, not because of their interest. Okay. Like you are using traffic campaign objective. Traffic will just help you to people that can click within um your your target audience. That's what Facebook will look for. Okay. So but there are some special circumstances that where you use behavior and demographics. So like some guys can come here and maybe what you have chosen, the interest you have chosen is very, very high. You can come to engage shopper, as you can choose and to narrow it down. Okay. To narrow it down to get, to ensure that your audience is not too large, because it is still a reflection of how much budget you have at your disposal. So let's continue with our research. So you can go to Google Doc based on what you have here. Cake TV shows in Nigeria. It may not be only in Nigeria. You can even remove Nigeria from it. Okay. The other one, Pepper Rich Farm. Okay. Pepper Rich Farm. Is it related to cake? You can see some products here. So cake baking brands. So you can also look at the product, the tools they are interested in. Okay, because the people in this industry, they will use some tools. So you can also target them based on, you can use the tools they use, their brands, the events they are say attend. Like look at this one, wilting cake decorating recipe. You can look at it and you try if you can get it. Zeno Bakehouse. You can try it if you can find it in the audience, the Facebook. Sorry. Okay, no problem. Let me just remove it. So we go there. So you keep on. Sometimes you may not even see all these keywords on your on that detailed targeting. No problems. Just once you see one or two, you can go to suggestion, and that will be giving you or likely keywords, since they are page related, and the comments your IG pages too. Okay, so we can, let's look for, see the top 42 cake brands to follow. Let's try and see if you can get some info from there. So when you open it, top 42 cake brands, you can select top 10 cake brands to follow on social media. Okay, Arizi Food Solutions. Okay, you can put it there. So that's why you do it, and you can get up to 30 keywords, and you now start your research. So that's why you just go through, take your time, don't rush it at all. Just take your time and do your proper research. It really makes sense. Okay. Okay. Top cake brand to follow on LinkedIn. Okay, this is on LinkedIn. It's possible they also have a Facebook page too, because I told you that all this information they are also gotten from, oh, we've gotten this before. We've gotten this before. So you can just, okay, so this is 14. So let's look at other criteria, other keywords. Um, top cake baking thought leader. Let's try that. Okay, you can try in Nigeria too, no problems. 190 baking codes ideas, 100K codes, no. Influencer, Oluwa Bukola Ajayi, Nigeria Bakers. Do you have Nigeria Bakers? You can open it and see. It's on Instagram. Okay, Nigeria Bakers. Okay, what's the name of our brand? Sugar to the world. Baddest influencer, business coach, thought leader. Okay, so she has some followers. So I remember what I told you, that the information that we are searching out on the detailed targeting is pulled out from IG, Facebook page, comment, and all that. So we can try it out and see if it will appear. Let's try the name. We'll try Nigeria Bakers. Well, let's see. Then the blogs they visit. You can also try the blogs they visit. What are the blogs? Okay, let's see this guy. So you have enough the top cake brands to follow on Twitter and all that. So you can just pick some of them. And because this is already 16, let's try other top cake baking leaders, top cake baking schools. Schools. Let's see. So by the time you finish your research, so that you have a very long list, and don't forget, if you try them one after the other, once you have between 500 to 2 million, 3 million, that's one audience, or one audience category. Okay, you go to another one, you save that one, you will save it. Okay, name it and save it. Then you go to another one, another keyword interest, and international culinary education. Let's pick that one. Another thing is that let's ensure that the country we are doing our research, ensure that that same country is where all these keywords you are selecting, you can uh, make sure that it's within that country. Okay, if you don't show, that's when you can now use, if you don't have enough information, you can now go broader than that. Okay. Best courses in baking. You can try that, because there are some people that are offering that course. Top 5 pastry chef schools. You can try that. Top cake baking courses online. We can try that. Tier 2 list of baking and pastry schools in Lagos. Fine. You can try that. So you can see that you have a lot to professional pastry and confections, culinary institutes. I think this is the name. Okay, French chocolate and confectionery art essentials. Okay, I think this is the name. Is the name that is important. So let's just pick some random ones, and because of the time, French Culinary Institute. On keywords. don't forget that as we're searching, it's possible you'll be seeing some suggestions, okay? And some of them, you can even visit those pages. List of baking and pastry training school in, see, there are so many, you can pick all of them and see if it's something, so many. You may not see many of them, you may not see many of them. If you want to pick all this and it's not coming up, it's very simple. I can use a tool. I'll screenshot it. Hmm. So I can screenshot what I have here. Okay, I think this is fine. Okay, save it. So save it as image. I can save it as image. I have so much loads. So, but I hope you are getting the gist.
Yes.
Okay. So what I want to do is, there is a tool, a free online tool that will convert this image and extract uh, all these itemized keywords. Okay, that's what I want to do. I just want to save it, and then okay. Okay, while we are waiting for that, so that's what, let's just start trying the ones we have. Okay, let's try out the ones we've gotten so far. So let's pick like sweet indulgence. Let's see, come here, type it here. Let's cancel this one. You can also use your Facebook audience insights. When you come here, you come to all tools, you scroll down to audience insights, Facebook audience insights. Look at it, audience insight. Of course, they replaced what it used to be. Facebook has replaced it. You click on it. What that does for us, it will help us to know our, you come normally when you come here, you see, this was not the interface before, but the way it is now, this is what we have. So what we do, once you come here, current audience, based on your own page, it will do the analysis. It's just like audience insights, okay? Then you go to potential audience. You now come to filter. Under filter, you choose your country. Nigeria as a country. Then this is by default. So what you now do, the interest, you can put your interest here. Sweet indulgence, select it. Okay, I'm not seeing any results. Okay, let me remove Nigeria. Okay, sorry, let me clear the filter. Okay, no result. Let me type cake. Cake. You will see the result for cake. Okay, now when you come here, you see potential reach 4.5 million. You come to this circle, like pictogram here. You put your cursor on it. You say women are, this is for women. There is legend. You can see this color is for women, while this purple is for men. So that means you have more of women than men. So in your targeting, you can decide to focus more on women since they are about 72%, 67.70% of your audience. Okay, look at it. So you can always come here. This will help you to know, okay, what gender, that's your demography now. Okay, because when you are targeting, you have to select the demography in terms of the age, gender, the country, and all that. So when you come here, you can always see, oh, this is its distribution. This men and this women. So that will not give you, what about the age range? Okay. By the time you come here, you see that 18 to 24. Okay. Look at the distribution. So for women, 18 still makes sense. 18 to like 25, it really makes sense. These are the people that, okay, sorry, 18 to 34. These are the people that are really like cake conscious. Okay. Other ages are not very, very low. So you can be very specific on the age so that when you are targeting, if you want to now look at the age, you can say, okay, let me even look at 18 to maybe 44. Okay. You can decide to choose 44 between 18 and so you can always come here to look at your demography and then when you come down top thousands, you don't need all this. Top pages, these are the pages that if you look at it, the Facebook pages liked by this potential audience. They like GTB in financial service, yabaleftonline.com, Zenith Bank, blah blah blah. So you have all, you can test all this. You can test it. You can create audience for some of this interest because this interest, they are all pages. You will find them in your ad manager. You will find all this in your ad manager because they are all what data collected from Facebook pages, comments, Instagram, and all that. You will find them. Okay, so this can also help you to streamline what you are doing. Okay, let me go back to your ad manager and so let me just save one. Okay, edit, or I can come to ad set directly here. I can go to the ad set, then edit it. Just so that takes me directly to the asset level. Come down. So let me just say, okay, under what we have here, we put one here before. Okay, for this switch indulgences here, interest is fine, 45,800. I can add it. So after adding it, I can come to here, suggestion. So let Facebook give me other interests. Okay, so I can look at it and okay, whole grain, does it tally with cake, popcorn, chocolate, mindfulness? So if it doesn't tally with what you are looking at, you don't use it. Okay, just continue with what the list you have. You can continue with your list. Let's try another keywords. It's not compulsory you see all keywords. No, it's not. It is not. So as you are putting it there, okay, this is there. Let's select it and look at the audience size in total. So what do we have? The audience size we have is still 13,000. Very, very small. So we can add more. We can add more interest. Let's look for more keywords. Oh, fine. Okay, it's not there. So we leave this. I've told you, it's not compulsory you see it. You may not sit there, no problems. You continue with your research until you get the audience size that you want. Okay, we can't find this there. Okay, oh, it's there. Select it. Can we find suggestion for it? Okay, can you see that Pepper Ridge Farm? We saw something like this before. Okay, we saw Pepper Ridge Farm. I don't know if you can remember. If you are in doubt, you can go to their page and see what did they do. Does it really tally with cake baking, cake making? Okay, what did they do? So if you are in doubt, Pepper Ridge Farm, you can Google it. Let's see what they do. This is our own page. Okay, you can even get information from here. We are bakers. Do you see? They are bakers, but not actually cake. Let's see if they have cake. Okay. So this is purely baking. Okay. So it depends on you. If you feel that way, let me test it out. But if you feel that it's not really what I want, you can leave it out. Okay. So you can see our audience is increasing gradually, but we have not gotten to like 2 to 3 million. So you continue to search. Okay. You continue to do your put in your keywords until you reach your desired audience size. Once you get your audience size, then you save your audience, you save what you have done so far, then you move on. Let me see if I can get something. So you can see that this really takes time, okay, but it's really worth it. It's really worth it. It's worth it. You can see that we are searching and some of the keywords are not found. Okay, no problems. So I hope you are getting just get the gist, the idea. Okay, you can see them. Okay, it's not it's related to food and restaurant, and they're all. I don't like that. I need interest. So that's how we continue to test and test and test until we get our desired results. If your keyword research, you've done it and you're not getting what you want, you continue with the list we have, the questions, the keywords we have typed out, and you can go to Amazon and look at the tools they use. Okay, you can look at the tools they've used or they are using. Okay, you can look at who is this guy, Olubukola Ajayi. Nigerians, you hardly see them here. So this is by the schools they go to. So you can always look at your competitor too. Some of the pages we have, you can also visit some of the pages we have if they are related. Okay, all these are educational stuff, no interest. No, I'm not going that way. Okay, so as you search and you are not getting what you want, that means you have to continue with your keyword research until you get something tangible, something that really resonates with your target audience. Okay, this is school and university. I won't select it. Okay, let me still look for cake. Let me come here. Okay, I think we've selected something like this. So cake, employee, no, employers, no. This is too broad. It's too broad. So I need to narrow it down. Cake maker, okay. Job title, no. Pancake, it's too broad. So I don't go for so all this stuff that are very broad, 25 million, no. It's too broad. You can well select them and narrow it down. Okay, you can always narrow it down. Okay, so let's assume that we have about 15,000, which is far too low. Okay, as you do your research, you can always get more results. Okay, so you can, based on some of this information you have, you can see some interest, but you always check up the interest if the interest makes sense. Okay, if the interest is really makes sense. Nabisco is not, well, you can try it. Okay, so we are having about 16,000. It's still very low, so we keep on uh, looking at it until we have what we really need. Okay, so once you are done, the next thing you do is to come to where we have save, or you have save audience. Let me click. You see save the audience. You come here, you can see that we have gotten some, targeting here. So you scroll down. If you want to narrow your audience, maybe what you have chosen was like 11, 12 million, you can come to narrow and narrow it down. Save the audience, click on save, and you put the name of the audience. Now the naming here depends on what you targeted. Oh, okay, the category of people, maybe the combination that you have, you choose probably 10, the top 10 authority leaders or books, magazines that they read. You just put it there so that you can always know this audience, that okay, when you look at this audience, when you look at the name, you can know what you targeted. Are you getting my point? You can say, okay, 10 top 10 authority leader, authority. Okay, so that way you can say one. Okay, and say save. So you have saved it. So when you now go to save audience, you will see it there. If you go to save audience, under audiences, so when we now go to save audience, you will always, you see, can you see that you can see what you have? So that's how you create about 5, like 3 to 5 audiences. So you now, once you do that, you now uh, go to your ad level, select under each ad set. Okay, we are coming to that. Let me not go into that now. So you can see the way you can now do your research. But as you're doing your research, you are learning new things, because there are some interests that you may not even think of, that Facebook will suggest to you, and when you check them out, it's quite that actually they fall into your niche, they fall into what you want, you add them. So as you're doing your research, use suggestion, and the suggestion, if you see that it doesn't really make sense, you Google. If you're in doubt, Google it and see, and from there, once you are within that audience size, you save it, then you now start afresh until you get about 3 to 5. Like I've gotten one audience now, and now I need about 4 audiences more. So that's how you create your interest. And once you are done, then you go to the next step. So that is how we do our targeting. That's how you select your audience based on the keywords that you have here. So let's try it out. Let's, for our niche, for the product you have, any niche at any product you find yourself, you can always do something like this. You can also go to your Facebook page. You can go to your Facebook page and see if you can get, if you know your competitor, you can always also search them out, put it there on the detailed targeting, and click on suggest to get more info. Yeah.